who was partners with L.A. Reid and Babyface in Atlanta, and these guys had this competitiveness. L.A. had a girls group. I bet you don't know who his lead singer was.
No.
Pink.
Oh.
She's the exact same age as Beyonce, and there used to be this battle which group was better. You had Usher. He was the same age. They were all 14 and 15 years old living in Atlanta.
Trainers have been training older artists to lie and say they were as much as 10 years younger than they were. It's all to sell you records, to sell you a...
Quickly. Hey, Beehive. How old is your queen? Well, nobody really knows her exact age except, well, from maybe her family, or people who were once her family, including Beyonce's stepdaddy or ex-stepdaddy Richard Lawson. In case you missed it, Beyonce has been catching heat lately after her parents said some pretty questionable things about her age. And while her PR team is working overtime to drag everyone who had anything to do with it, official documents leaked showing that there might be some truth to Beyonce lying about her age this whole time. But could this all just be a coincidence? We're going to get into it.
Yeah.
Now, Beyonce was born in 1981. I don't know how that picture of her standing up almost hip high to her mother happened. Like I said, it was the largest infant I ever seen in my life.
Okay, so right off the bat, lying about your age is nothing new in Hollywood. Some people do it because they just want to be young and they want to hide something about their personal life. Other people do it because of ageism, and it's a real thing in Hollywood, especially with women. So, if you want to remain relevant or get your younger roles and more opportunities, then tweaking your age a bit seems to be a very reasonable thing to do. Nelly has lied about his age. After he signed his first contract, he told everyone he was born in 1978, but he was really born in 1974. Whoopi also does things differently, and she added years to her age so that it can appear that she was more experienced in the industry. The only difference is that they admitted to doing it while Beyoncé has continued to deny it even after everything says otherwise. Right now, Beyoncé is allegedly 44 years old, and she claims to have been born in 1981. And there was nothing to it until documents from the Texas Department of Health revealed that Beyoncé was born in 1974, which would be a 7-year difference. Music, and like I said, tweaking your age in Hollywood isn't a new thing, but a whole 7-year gap? That basically changes everything. It means that all the drama over her and Jay-Z getting together goes right out of the window. And does this mean that Kelly could also be lying about her age as well? Girl, let me tell you, this rabbit hole goes deep. And no one really knew how to react when the documents came out and the health department stated that they couldn't confirm or deny anything. However, when the news got bigger, the Texas Health Department retracted their story and said that the document was fake and that she was really born in 1981. But why would a health department even release a fake document in the first place? People started to speculate that maybe someone from Beyoncé's camp reached out to them and got them to change their story because the sudden switch-up is very suspicious. And what got folks convinced that the Carters were out here trying to change the narrative was when the internet dug up some slip-ups that seemingly revealed Beyoncé's real age. During an interview, Gabrielle Union was talking about her friendship with Beyoncé and let it out that both of them have been friends since they were teenagers. She said, "Beyoncé and I have been friends since we were teenagers. We go to the same hairstylist now, and you know how those bonds are. Bea is such a polite, nurturing person and a joy to work with. It's easy to work with her because she is a good friend of mine." Gabrielle Union was 36 at the time the interview was done, and she is now 53, meaning that there is supposed to be a 9-year age gap between the two of them. So, it was hard to see how both of them could have been friends as teens except if one of them is lying. But it wasn't just Gabrielle Union that got folks side-eyeing the whole thing. When Beyoncé was promoting her surprise album release in December 2013, Bayuna Gola-Drea stated that she had attended high school in Houston with Beyoncé. She stated that she remembered Beyoncé walking the halls and singing to herself, and it's absolutely no surprise to see her become one of the biggest entertainers in the world. And while that is a nice story, Bayuna was 35 at the time that she said that while Beyoncé was 32. So, the two of them being in the same class would not check out unless, again, somebody is lying about something.
I remember her, just small school, I remember her passing through the hallways, and I mean, she was stunning. She was just a stunning woman. But she would sing, I think, during the hallways and walking by. And I just remember, and I'm not just saying this, but I remember saying, wow, that girl is something. And I didn't really know much about her because we didn't have classes and she was in a different art area. I was a theater major, but she stood out. And then years later in college, one of my other good friends called me and said, open your yearbook and look at whatever page. Cause I didn't put Destiny's Child was already a big deal.
Right.
I just didn't make the connection because she looked so different. And so for 2 years, Bills, 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 all of these songs that I thought were great. I didn't even make the connection that she went to my high school.
But, and according to Richard Lawson, it doesn't help that Beyoncé's mom Tina has said some things about her that seem to have contradicted. Mama Tina mentioned that she took Beyoncé at 3 years old to the Jackson's Triumph Tour, and that it was such a big thing since it was when Beyoncé realized that she was really meant for the stage and the big lights.
When Beyoncé was 3, I took her to the Triumph Tour with Michael Jackson and his brothers.
Wow.
And my friend said, well, if you go to this certain area at the Astrodome, he's gonna come out that way. So I had her out there. It was a group of about 20 people. He walks over, tries to grab her. And she loved him so much, she was just overwhelmed as kids do, and she just started crying, and you know, she wouldn't go to him. But what are the odds of that?
Wow.
And she said then, I'm gonna be like Michael Jackson. And I was like, yeah, okay.
Look at her now.
Look at her now. And I just think that that's how fate and God work.
The only problem here was that the tour happened in 1981. So, the story of her being born that same year does not add up. But for kicks and giggles, let's play devil's advocate for a minute. You know, when you have the gift of gab like Mama Tina, it's okay to lose yourself in the flow and slip up a few times. And maybe the Jackson tour she's talking about was the Victory Tour in 1984, since Beyoncé would have been around 3 years old at the time. Also, y'all need to remember that this happened over 30 years ago at the time she made the statement. So, what does it matter if a couple of details are a bit fuzzy? But the storyline of Tina having a fuzzy memory starts to look sus when you realize that Matthew Knowles also made the same mistake. During a radio interview, Matthew talked about how Beyoncé was in competition with Pink, who was stated to be the lead singer of a girl group to rival Destiny's Child. He also talked about how Usher, Pink, and Beyoncé were all around the same age trying to make their mark in the music industry. But that doesn't make sense because both Usher and Pink are older than Beyoncé.
Partners with L.A. Reid and Babyface in Atlanta, and these guys had this competitiveness. L.A. had a girls group. I bet you don't know who his lead singer was.
No.
Pink.
Oh.
She's the exact same age as Beyonce, and there used to be this battle which group was better. You had Usher. He was the same age. They were all 14 and 15 years old, living in Atlanta.
Child, when it comes to the Carters, it's always hard to tell what's true and what is not because there's always rumors following them, and some of them have turned out to be right on the money. And you know Beyoncé's ex-stepdaddy is tired of Mama Tina's actions and all the ish she put him through. Well, it's being said that he's been talking smack and revealing details about the family behind the scenes, including how Beyoncé's entire image from her age to her marriage with Jay-Z is all a sham. And the internet also thinks there's something ain't right here. These are multiple people at different occasions basically confirming the same thing, and it's hard to say that it's just a coincidence because, like I said earlier, girl, somebody lying. I saw this at least 20 years ago when her dad almost exposed it on MTV behind the scenes. All of them tried to silence him when he mentioned her upcoming birthday. I wouldn't be shocked if she's older. I wouldn't be shocked if a lot of rumors about her are true. Beyoncé is a character being played by an actor like so many others in the industry. Jim Carrey tried to tell us nothing is real. But what I want to know is, do you think Queen Bee has been lying about her age this entire time? Let me know in the comments, but don't sting me. And also make sure that you hit that like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, baddies.